Good day, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So, if I was assuming I was a newbie and I wanted to start trading with less than $10, for instance, so I wanted to start trading with less than $10. Here is what I will have to do. So basically, I'll show you what you need to do to start trading with less than $10 in this video as a beginner, and double or triple or quadruple your portfolio, your amount to your portfolio before you started. Yeah, so basically, if you're interested in this type of video, please drop a like, subscribe to the channel, comment, and we have a series of this. So basically, yeah, let's get started. So, assuming I'm a newbie and I wanted to start today and I have only $10, or let me say less than $10 because I have $9 here in my biggest accounts. So, what do I have to do? Well, first things first is to find the coin I want to trade. Then, before you find the coin, you have to decide whether you want to go into spot trading or futures trading. Now, spot trading is when you want to take it low key, slow, steady. Futures trading is the fast-paced, high volatile, and extremely risky part of crypto, where you double your money instantly or you can lose everything instantly as well. So you decide first of all whether you want to go into spot or futures. So they have the spot. This is the futures area. So if you want to go into the futures area, you can use leverage and all that. I have a separate video for this tutorial, but we are going into normal spot trading because as a newbie you want to take it slow to get the hang of it, you understand? So basically, um if you want to start now, first things first is to decide. So now we have decided we want to start with spot trading. Now for spot trading, we have to find a coin we need to trade. So if you are not good with the technical analysis, I will show you a very simple way to trade without doing much analysis. This way, so basically, you can do this at your own discretion, whatever way you decide. It's your personal decision to go this route with me. So if I want to trade the coin now, I will have to go to this area. You can see they have favorites, they have odds, gainers, losers, new, and volume. So I'll be going to losers. Um, the trick here is, if a coin, that general understanding of market, if a coin is falling for probably 2 days, that's it was maybe $2 and it went down to $1, then went down to $0.5, that's a loss over 200% or 250% of its value, or lost 10% or lost 30% over a long period of time, like 2 to 3 days. It's expected that the momentum of those coins reduce as the sellers get tired, the buyers come in. So here now you can see the losers. These are coins that have lost over 30%, 23%, 22%, 21% respectively on this chart. So what you are looking at for is a coin which have lost for a while, probably like 2 days. You can open each one to check the chart and see where how many days it has been falling. So now this coin, one candle, we are in the daily time frame. You can see here daily time frame. So one candle represents 1 day. So I don't know if you understand me. So this candle now represents 1 day. This one, this one is another day. This one is another day. So basically each candle represents 1 day. So this coin now has been falling for 2 days. You can see the red candle, it has been falling for 2 days, and it's expected that the sellers will be exhausted at this point, which might not likely be so, but that's the assumption, that's the psychology of this trade, that um, the sellers will be exhausted at this point after 2 days, max 3 days. So if you are getting in, if you are buying now, we're expected to see a reversal very soon. Like it has lost 33, how many percent has it lost? It has lost 32%. So if you buy at this point 0.01509, if you buy at this point, if you buy RFC at this point, we're expecting it to zero back at least to the entry. That's we will be gaining 30%. So if I had $10 and I gain 30% of my balance, that's $3. So I'll be having $13 if this reverses. So you can see the psychology of this type of trade now. So the psychology here is that um the sellers should be exhausted by now, and we the buyers, we are hoping that the sellers are exhausted, and we the buyers, it's time for us to come into the market and take it back to the entry. So this coin was at 0.02690, and it fell to 0.0149. So you can see the distance it fell from. So we're expecting it, even if it um retraces back to this resistance, because here is a resistance zone. uh I'll have a separate video for the technical analysis so you understand what the resistance support zones are. I'm just taking it that you're a beginner and you want to test the crypto market. This way is not the best way to go. You have to know what you're doing to follow this route. But I'm showing you this as an alternative means for a beginner to test the waters with a little money. That's $10, not $100, not $1,000. You're testing the waters with $10 to get the hang of trading. Then you have to learn the technical analysis, because what I'm seeing you might not be seeing, because I understand the chart more than you. So this is just a disclaimer. So let's continue in the video. So basically we are expecting for it to retrace back to this point. From this point it is now, we're expecting to retrace back to here. Even if it falls again, we will be taking our profit at that point. So even if I want to set my, if I want to buy now, I'll set a sell limit order. I have a separate video for that, to explain buy limits, sell limits, other stuff and other stuff. So I'll be setting a sell limit stop. That means whenever it reaches that zone or that particular price, it sells and takes profit for me, even if I'm not online, even if it just retraces and goes back down. I don't know if you understand this, but that's the way to set the trade. So if you're not online, it will basically trigger by itself. So this is like, you can do this for basically all the coins here. AFC, it has lost 22%. You can see this coin went from 0 point here 0.82 to 0.06. So I won't be buying here, because you can see why this coin lost, you can see why this coin is losing its value or whatever. So you can see why the sellers are selling. That's what I'm trying to see, because this coin have been pumping. So the buyers are exhausted. That's what I was trying to explain in the other charts of RFC. Yeah. So the buyers are exhausted. So the sellers came in. That's the that's the psychology behind most of this trade. See, the buyers have been buying from 0.4 up to 0. That's like 400%, if I'm just saying, over 100% or whatever percentage. It has doubled. That's the point. If you had $1,000, you should be having like $2,000 and above right now. So it will have doubled, and the buyers have exhausted themselves here. So now the sellers came in and it's dropping back. So I won't be entering this chart, because the buyers and the sellers are exhausted. You can see the long trade. This is a 1 day, 1 day candlestick. So I won't buy in this trade. Let's check the next one. I just want to show you the psychology behind this type of trade. So you can see this one now. The buyers have been buying, then all of a sudden the momentum is exhausted. Phew. And the sellers are coming in now. So I'm expecting expecting for the sellers to sell to this point. This is a support zone here. This is a support zone 0.001683. That's a support zone. So if this trade comes down to that point, I should be buying, and I'm hoping for it to reverse as well. So you can see, for what I'm trying to say, uh for instance, you can see here the buyers bought, the sellers are buying. So when the sellers get exhausted, the buyers come in. When the buyers get exhausted, the sellers come in. So that's basically the how the chart works. So that I don't know if this was uh interesting to you, uh educational in a way, but I'm just telling you this type of trade because a lot of people don't know it. You can actually use the losers part. So basically, I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say, but you can use these losers to make money. You can make a quick buck out of them. It's not for a long-term trade because whenever there's losers, this means the buyers are exhausted. So you're looking for when the buyers get exhausted, so the sellers will come in, or if the sellers get exhausted, the buyers come in. That's basically how it goes. That's how this type of trade works. You understand? So you have to be quick. You have to figure out which one is reasonable enough. Which type of buyers, like let's check for instance, maybe this one. You can see the buyers bought, they are exhausted. So I'll be looking to buy anywhere around here because the sellers have been selling for 1, 2, 3, 4 days straight. So they won't be selling for one whole week or one whole month. They will get exhausted at a point. So that's what I'm trying to say. If the sellers get exhausted, you buy. If the buyers are getting exhausted, you sell. So that's basically how it works. So if you find this video helpful or interesting, please like and drop a like, comment as well, and share this video to people that might be interested. That's how we got this channel, you understand? So if you find this type of content interesting as well, you can comment that I should do more ways to trade. There are a lot of ways to trade that people don't even know. So yeah, let's go.